Have you ever walked away from a conversation and thought, why was that so hard? Not bad, not dramatic, just effortful. You replay it later. You think of better sentences, smarter responses, funnier lines, and then comes the quiet conclusion, maybe I'm just bad at talking to people. But here's the thing, if conversation were only about words, introverts would fail, thinkers would fail, and philosophers would be silent forever. Yet history tells us the opposite. So today, I want to talk about why conversations feel difficult, why that difficulty is deeply human, and how we can stop treating conversations like a performance and start treating it like what it really is, shared attention. The myth of the good conversationalist. We grow up believing that there's a certain type of person who's naturally good at conversation. They are smooth, they are confident, they always know what to say. But watch closely. Most people we call good conversationalists aren't actually saying brilliant things. They are doing something simpler. They are present. They are not editing every sentence in their head. They are not running a background process called, how am I being perceived right now? And that background process, that's where the most conversations die. Not because we lack thoughts, but because we have too many, all competing for attention. Conversation does not break down due to emptiness, it breaks down due to overload. Your brain in conversation. Let's talk about what is actually happening in your head. When you're anxious in conversation, your brain is doing at least four things at once. Number one, listening to other person. Number two, monitoring your own tone and body language. Number three, pretending judgment. Number four, planning the right response. That's not a conversation, that's multitasking under social pressure. Psychologically, this is called cognitive load. And here's the brutal truth, a brain that is busy monitoring itself cannot be curious. Curiosity needs space. But anxiety fills that space with noise. So when you go blank, you're not failing. Your brain is simply overloaded. Silence is not the enemy. We have been trained to fear silence. Silence feels like exposure, like a spotlight turning on. But silence is not a void, it's a transition. In many cultures, silence signals respect, thoughtfulness, and maturity. But in fast performative social settings, silence is mistaken for incompetence. Here's a reframer. A 2-second pause means I am thinking, not I have nothing. Most meaningful conversations, the ones that change us, are slow. They breathe. And when you allow silence, you allow depth to enter. The shift that changes everything. Here's the single most powerful shift you can make. Stop trying to be interesting. Start being interested. That sounds simple, right? It isn't. Because being interesting is about control. Being interested is about surrender. When you stop performing, something strange happens. Your mind starts noticing things, such as tone, emotion, and subtext. Conversation stops being a test and starts being exploration. You don't need clever lines, you need attention. The three moves that carry any conversation. If conversation feels unpredictable, simplify it. You only need three moves. Number one, reflect. Repeat the emotional meaning, not the words. That sounds interesting. That sounds frustrating. That must have taken courage. And so on. People don't want brilliance, they want resonance. Number 2, expand. Invite depth without interrogation. What happened next? Oh, how did that change things for you? And so on. Expansion signals safety. And number 3, bridge. Briefly, a small personal connection. I have felt something similar. Oh, that reminds me of something I read. And so on. The key word is small. Conversation collapses when sharing turns into hijacking. Next, why overthinkers struggle more? It's quite a paradox. People who think deeply often struggle most with casual conversation. And why is that? Because depth wants meaning, and conversation often begins at the surface. But the surface is not fake, it's the doorway. You don't jump into the ocean, you wade in. The problem is not your depth, it is impatience with the shallow beginning. Let conversations be imperfect. They are processes, not destinations. Next, anxiety is a false alarm. Social anxiety feels urgent. Your body reacts as if something terrible is about to happen. But ask yourself, what is the actual threat? Is it embarrassment, awkwardness, or is it being misunderstood? These are uncomfortable, not dangerous. A powerful trick is labeling. This is social friction, not danger. You can label it as that. Your nervous system does not need logic, it needs reassurance. Practice without pressure. So, don't practice conversation with people you want to impress. That's like learning to swim in deep waters. Practice in low stakes places. A brief chat, messy sentences, imperfect endings. Fluency comes from repetition, not perfection. And then accepting failed conversations. Some conversations don't work. Not because of you, but because simply the timing is wrong, the energy does not match, or the other person is elsewhere. Not every silence needs analysis. Not every ending needs meaning. Sometimes a conversation is just done, and that is okay. Conversation is not a performance. It's not a debate. It's not a test of intelligence. It's a moment where two inner worlds briefly overlap. If you struggle with conversation, it does not mean you lack something. It often means you feel deeply, think carefully, and want meaning. And those qualities don't make conversation harder, they make it worth having. So, slow down, be curious, and allow yourself to be ordinary. Because connection does not happen when we impress, it happens when we attend. Ciao. You have been listening to Curiosity and Co podcast, a space where we slow down to explore the questions that shape our inner lives and collective realities. It's a place for thinkers, readers, and wanderers of the mind, those who find wonder in the ideas and meaning in complexity. Here, we reflect on philosophy, science, psychology, and the way we live and relate to the world, drawing from both the timeless wisdom and modern insights. Tune in for the ideas, stay for the insight. Because at Curiosity & Co., curiosity isn't just a trait, it's a worldview.